Everybody, Dean Young, Home Tech. Hope everybody's doing okay on this. What's today? Monday? Yeah, Monday. It's been a pretty good day. I mean, I've had a lot to do. I've been going since I left the house at 6:45, I believe. And my first one was in Youngsville and near Wake Forest. And my second one was in Greensboro. And I had another one, it was in between. It was a property that didn't have any utilities on. So I went back and inspected with the utilities on the items that I didn't. Or couldn't test for functionality on that inspection. So, and then we have an S to pick up a radon and pick up a water sample. So it's been a good productive day today. And you know, you've seen my video or got another video when I was at my first inspection with the new construction. And so many times people think they do not need a home inspection on new construction. And I feel like a broken record when I say that you do. There's always something you're going to find. I don't care how nitpicky or little it is. It's an issue, and issues cost money. Somebody's got to fix it. Somebody's got to get paid to fix it. It's not going to be done for free. So, say you went and got the home inspection on the house, and you close the deal, and there's water coming through the roof, and get a roofer out there. These shingles are damaged, ma'am or sir. Shingles are damaged. What do you mean it's a new house? What do you mean my shingles are damaged? I found a lot of stuff in that house for new construction, and I'm really not surprised. Honestly, I'm not. So my last inspection, which I just left from, was 2007. Yeah, 2007 slab townhouse over near Guilford College. Very nice property. And there was some roof leak issues there. And I pointed those out to the potential buyer. And I actually, before the potential buyer got there, I got there when the seller was getting ready to head out. He is actually moving to Charlotte, and I talked to him for about 30 minutes and just walked with him through the property and just got all the information I could from him. And so I learned a lot about the property, and there was just some things that I seen shining my flashlights, and a lot of things you cannot see with a regular light on. You need a good, powerful flashlight to see things. You see all kinds of stuff. I mean, you see cobwebs, you see unactive leaks or moisture stains, you see horrible paint jobs. I see a lot of horrible paint jobs. You would not believe, if you have a good flashlight, a good bright flashlight, and you shine around, you're going to see some old patching, prior repairs, horrible paint jobs. You're just going to see it. So I walked around with him and we discussed some stuff, and I noticed some stain, or it was a bad paint job. And I questioned him on it, and he told me that there actually was a leak, and that he had it painted and it didn't blend well, which was obvious. You couldn't really see it without a flashlight, but I saw it. And he disclosed to me that there had been a roof leak several years ago, and the HOA took care of it. But I did notice that there was some flashing, loose flashing, still present, with the nails like popping up and out around. Actually, it was some apron flashing. some apron flashing coming off of the brick cladding onto an overhang around the window, or some shingled area over a window. So I wrote that up, and there wasn't really a whole lot of stuff in there. I mean, it was a very short list. Some windows, some typical seam cracks in the ceiling. It was on a slab and they had ceramic tile. There was a slab crack in the kitchen at the sink, straight across, very thin. And also there was a slab crack in the master bath in front of the shower. It was vertical from, not horizontal width, it was vertical from the entrance of the shower. Very thin line cracks. And I asked the seller about those, and he said that he noticed those within the first 5 years of living there. He was the original owner. Property was built in 2007. I believe he was there for 13 years. So, and I just walked around with him and just got as much information as I could. I mean, they fill out a disclosure form and they do all that stuff, and you know, just walking around with them, they're, you know, a lot of people are willing to show you stuff and talk about things and just have things in the open and just get through this. You know, they're just ready to move forward. So they're not trying to hide something or whatever, because that really looks bad, you know. So that was a pretty good inspection, and got on the bicycle in the middle of a road. So yeah, in the middle of my inspection, I got an email from an agent from a previous inspection back in around the 1st of August, and it was a picture of carpet pulled back, and under the carpet was parquet flooring, and or hardwood flooring or parquet, whatever. But I don't know. The buyer said the inspector missed this, blah blah blah, and it was under carpet. It was under carpet in like a corner of a wall, and I walk the perimeter of a wall always, and I'm always, you know, feeling underfoot and all that good stuff. You know, it's just part of walking, and an inspection, you take notice to what you're walking on and the feel of it. So the property was occupied at the time of inspection, and a lot of people, this is the second time people have called me in relation to something, some type of water damage or something with an occupied property, and I've made full disclosures and statements that the property is occupied at the time of inspection. We do not move furniture, we don't pull up rugs, carpet, whatever. Now, if it's like a little rug you got like when you wipe your feet on, like in a bathroom, or at the front door, like inside of a foyer, I'm gonna move those because they're easy. But when you got a big room rug that you got to roll up or whatever, I'm not lifting that up. I'm not moving people's furniture. I mean, I understand what you're wanting, but you're not going to get that great of an inspection when you have a property that's occupied. You know, you're not. And any other inspector is going to tell you the same. That's why we have these statements saying that we don't move furniture. This is a visual inspection. We're not going to move personal items. We're not going to move furniture. We're not going to move anything. Anything is possible. You can damage anything. You don't know how sentimental something is to somebody. It may seem like a simple little move, but you lift something up and the bottom falls out and breaks something. Anything is possible, and you gotta have that mindset that these people, or some people, they're anxious to buy and get the inspection and blah blah blah. they're ready to move in, and then they want to start ripping out carpet and do renovations, and they find stuff, and oh, why didn't the inspector see that? Well, there was furniture here. It's under carpet, period. He's not going to see that. You know, if I'm walking and I feel something in a floor, so many times with a carpet floor, I take note. I'll make a note. I'll make a note that there's a dip in the floor, a sag in the floor is bowing. And I've wrote that comment several times, many times, probably hundreds of times on floors with carpeting. So just keep in mind, we do have our limitations. And, you know, the other one I told you about was back in July, fully occupied, and the attic was closed in. They had some doors, little side doors you can go into, but they were all full of stored items. I mean, packed full. I could like reach my head in there with my camera and lean over and take some pictures, but I couldn't physically walk in there because there was this stuff all over the place. There was no way I could step over without stepping on something. You've got these limitations that people aren't thinking about. When they're moving in, the place is completely empty, and well, look at this right here. Why didn't the inspector see that? I don't know. Maybe there was something there. Let's think about that. You know, maybe there was something there blocking his view. Oh yeah, let me look at my report. Oh yeah, okay. I didn't read my report fully. I didn't put two and two together that it was full of stuff and he couldn't get to it, you know. So, like I said, if I'm blatantly flat out missed something, there's no ifs, ands, or buts, and there's sufficient evidence that I completely just flat out missed it, I'm going to own up to it. I'm going to refund your money for your inspection, or I'm going to pay for the item. You know, I mean, honestly, it's just part of the business, and inspectors across the country deal with this every single day. You know, every single day. There is no perfect home inspector. There's no perfect home inspection. So when you get a bad rating at some point, it's going to happen because you're not going to please every single person in this world. But if you have nothing but bad ratings, then there's an issue with you. But if there's a trend of just bukus of bad ratings, then there's a problem. But when you have some here and there, whatever, it's going to happen, man. It's just part of the business. It's part of life. We're not all created the same. People think differently, and some people are more nitpicky than others. Some people get an attitude over the littlest things. Some people don't care about much of anything. Some people do. Just all walks of life, and it's just part of it, man. And it does get aggravating. It just slows me down that I have to deal with these nitpicky things, and people don't put their 2 cents together, I guess you say. I don't know. You just got to have common sense and think this stuff out. When he inspected the home, it was occupied. There was furniture here. There was stuff stored everywhere. You know, now that I'm moving in, I can see this and see that and blah, blah, blah. When I do my final walkthrough, I should be able to see this and see that. But final walkthrough, mainly all they're going to be looking for is things that were repaired. Mainly, they're just going to lightly walk through it. They're not going to be doing like a thorough, real look through. They're more thinking about, all right, everything is out. Let me double check this. Yeah, I mean, this door shut now. Yep, this door shuts. Blah, blah, blah. And then they get in there and they want to start renovating or tearing stuff out, and they start discovering stuff. And first person they want to call out is the home inspector. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, get these reports sent, and take some time to myself and chill out. Got 3 tomorrow, and just pressing forward, man. That's all I can do. So thank you guys for supporting me, and I really appreciate it. And appreciate the referrals, and I'm just looking forward to watching Home Tech grow a little bit more. I'm not going to get into babysitting a bunch of guys, and like I said before, the more inspectors, the more complaints you're going to get. You know, I get complaints. Everybody's gonna get complaints. If you say you don't get complaints, then you're lying. Flat out, you're lying. It's impossible for you to please every single person. It's either going to be the agent that you're going to upset, or there's going to be something going on between you and the agent as far as not agreeing on something, or something they thought was this or that. And there's going to be the buyer you're going to upset one way or the other. There's going to be the seller you're going to upset one way or the other. So no home inspector is perfect. It's impossible. It's not ever happened. It's not ever going to happen. So you're lying if you say you've never got a complaint, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So don't judge people just because they've got a complaint. Don't let it detour you from using that inspector unless you see otherwise, or hear a lot of just flat out blatant complaints. It's just pure crap. Something that was obviously he didn't have he didn't have the buyer's best intentions in mind. And I'm always looking out for my buyers the best that I can. You know, like I said, I've got limitations, and I want to do a good job. Why wouldn't I? You know, I want to have a career, and I want to have a way to support myself and my family, and to grow a little bit, and to learn and to teach others. Why would I want to be so bad at it that people aren't going to use me and not have anything, or be reprimanded by the state? I mean, honestly, if you don't want to put everything into something, then why even do it? Because you're just setting yourself up for failure and complaints, lawsuits, and everything else, and it's just, you're wasting your time and everybody else's time. So on that negative note, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I thank you so much. Dean Young, Home Tech Inspections.